for a good weekend and for seeing us to yet another new day, especially beginning of another week. We commit ourselves and all that we desire to do in your care. Send your guiding angels ahead of us to prepare the way, and let your Holy Spirit lead us with your grace through Christ our Lord. We pray with praise and thanksgiving. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Mr. Witness, as you take your seat, may I remind you once again that you are still under oath for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters.
Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Jonga.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
How's the morning?
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
Council, can we please proceed?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Mr. Jonga, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
I believe we were discussing the 2020-2021 National Audit Report.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Yes, can you please turn to page 80, where you have the heading expenditure.
I please have a few documents that I need to submit to the Commission. I don't know if we can proceed and do that.
Very well.
Thank you.
A4 size.
I got copies of the invitation for the World Urban Forum, which was held in Abu Dhabi. Copies of the invitation for the chairman of council.
Okay. For the chairman.
For the chairman, Chairman Sonko and Faseku Jane, to attend the World Urban Forum, which was held from the 6th to the 14th of February 2020 in Abu Dhabi. I have the invitation and the travel clearance and the report.
Let me see the envelope. Let me please.
I also have a copy of the email.
Come again. What is the date of the invitation?
The invitation is to attend the 10th World Urban Forum
Yes.
in Abu Dhabi from the 8th to the 13th of February 2020.
8th to the 13th of February.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have the travel clearance and also the invitation.
Please, yes.
I have a copy of the email correspondence sending relevant legal instruments on local government and decentralization, which was sent to Mr. Ibrahim Sawane as the Director of Administration
All right.
for his due reference. I also have a copy of the professional studies that was undertaken by staffs of Brikama Area Council for the year 2020 to 2023. I also have a copy of the framework contract for the supply of fuel to the council, between the council and Gambia National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC.
Okay. Please proceed.
I have a copy of the instruction to investigate GTR books addressed to the principal internal auditor and the report of the said investigation.
From
From the principal internal auditor,
no, I mean the instructions from.
from the CEO, myself at the time. I have a copy of the deposit slips for the COVID-19 test certificate for Sirifo Sonko Adama Bojang. I am yet to trace the deposit slip in my name. I'll endeavor to do that before the end of my testimony. I've also have the amount that was paid to Safjas as opposed to the claim in the audit report. An amount of 1.7 was paid out of the sum of 3,087,190.17 buruts. So I have also attached the contract ledger for Safjas and also the copy of the contract document between council and Safjas.
Very well.
I have also attached a copy of the contract between Brikama Area Council and bilateral drilling for the drilling of the 2 boreholes in the Fonyes.
Okay.
I also have a contract agreement between Brikama Area Council and Metric Solution Company Limited.
All right.
I also have a copy of the first quarter report 2020, which includes responses from the management as opposed to the copies that was submitted by the principal internal auditor. I have a copy of the report of the senior management retreat, which was held on the 5th and on the 6th of January 2022 at Woodpecker Resort. I have a copy of the local government service rules, staff service rules 2023, sorry. I have a copy of the investigation report in the matter of the oxygen sales, which occurred in January 2020.
Very well.
And I also have the auction report from the auction committee for the auction that happened in March 2022. I also have a summary of the report of the BSc auction that happened in 2022, prepared by the former finance manager one, Mr. Lamin Suso. Well, for the invitations, they should be attached to the voucher. The rest, I don't know what specifically are you talking about. The other ones, with the cubic slips, usually the originals is submitted to the Ministry of Health.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
The framework contract, the originals I think was submitted earlier on here, but I'll also search for that. So the contract document for SAFJAS and also for the borehole, all the originals were submitted to the commission.
Yes, so basically we'll have to seek to admit these documents, but then you will find time to cross-check the originals with respect to the documents that are submitted.
Yes, sir.
With the registrar.
Yes, sir. We've agreed to do that. Sorry, I have the CRBR that was requested, and also part of the cash book for the principal cashier for 2022 and 2023. But I understand these records were requested early on by the commission from the finance manager Yaya Ba and also from Mr. Lamin K. Kante.
Did you say part of the cash book?
Yes, part of the cash book, because I was informed that from 2022 to 2023, they were using a computerized cash book for the principal cashier.
Okay.
So I got a copy of that.
Now, your time, when you served as CEO, what was used? Was it the computerized system or the manual cash book?
It started with the manual cash book up to 2022, and then thereafter they started using the computerized
when did you leave?
cash book. I left in 2024 February on the 2nd.
2024.
Yes, on the
So you were there throughout.
Throughout, yes.
So where is the manual cash book?
I've instructed both the finance director and the principal cashier to ensure that this cash book is produced before Wednesday, but I think that was a deadline that was given to me, because while I was in office, I never received any report about a missing cash book. So I have asked that let them do whatever it takes to ensure that the cash book is.
So until you left, the cash book was there, was in the office?
I did not receive any report from anyone that the cash book was missing at that time.
But can you confirm the cash book was in the area council before you left?
Yeah, like I said, while I was in the office, I never received any of the two that the cash book is not in the custody.
So which means
the cash book should be in the office.
That's my point, because
Yes.
it's a working document. These are the books of accounts. Is that not the case?
Exactly, correct.
So if it is missing, it will immediately be detected, because apparently the cashier, the finance director, would be using the cash book to do their daily accounting.
Exactly, yes.
So if it is missing, it will be immediately detected. Is that not the case?
That's correct.
I mean, in fact, is there a reason why the cash book should be missing?
No, I do not know.
Is there any possibility
No,
that the
because
cash book would be missing?
no, because it's a big cash book. Yeah,
Yes.
the cash book is big, so there is no reason that you can have a whole cash book for a principal cashier missing in the office.
So the story from the finance director and the cashier that the cash book is missing would not be correct.
No, because I did not receive any report, and again, you cannot have that big, huge book missing in the office.
Okay, thanks. Thank you very much.
So because I think it's more ideal for Mr. Ba to submit the CRBR, because he is the officer primarily responsible for the handling of the CRBR. I think it's more ideal than the CEO submitting this. But that is at your own discretion.
Every document that is in the custody of any officer is deemed to be in the custody of the CEO. In fact, the act says that you are also the custodian of all books of accounts. So it's okay when you tender these documents as well. The individual can just come and give evidence on respect to the document.
Okay. Thank you.
But the law says you are the custodian, so. So you are saying this part of the cash book
No.
from
No, that is the CRBR.
this is CRBR,
Yes.
and then this.
Those are part of the cash book, computerized cash book from 2022 to 2023.
So you would hold this for now. This computerized cash books. We will sort it out with the register and probably with the finance, so that we can know the period that it covers. As presented by the witness, they are mainly photocopies. We've instructed the witness to find the originals. The first is dated the 6th of January 2020. It's headed the World Urban Forum, in bracket WUF 10. Addressed to the Lord Mayor KMC, Lord Mayor SBCC, and Chairman Brikama Area Council. We have another document with the heading In-Country Professional Studies for the year 2020-2021. For the supply of fuel to council. It is signed by Mamset Jallo for the Brikama Area Council, as CEO, Sajo Sama, GNPC, and Alaji Jeng and Sukai Ja, on the 29th of March 2019. But you were not there in March, were you? You were not there in March.
No, I was not there.
The other document is dated the 9th of November 2022, addressed to the CEO, Brikama Area Council, with a subject matter investigation report on the missing GTR books and their corresponding cash books, and presented for review to the external auditors. We have a document dated the 14th of October 2022, with the heading Instruction to Investigate GTR Books, addressed to the Principal Internal Auditor, signed by Mr. Ibrahim Sawane for the CEO. We have a transaction slip from EcoBank for COVID-19 testing fees. That is 11th of May 2022. We have a Brikama Area Council and National Roads Authority Civil Works contract between Brikama Area Council and Safjas Company Limited, dated December 2020. We have a contract dated the 1st of July 2021 between Brikama Area Council and Basal Lateral Drilling and Plumbing Works. Another contract agreement between Brikama Area Council, West Coast Region, and Matrix Solutions Company Limited. It is signed by the CEO on the 9th of May 2013 and by Matrix Solution Company Limited on the 13th of May 2013. We have the first quarter draft audit report 2022 Brikama Area Council. But where is this original? This is a bit different from the one we have, because you have replied to
Yes,
some queries.
Yes, so this is the one that we, because when they submit a draft, and when we met as management, and then incorporates our responses.
Yes.
So this is what you sent to the auditors for them to finalize.
So we need Mr. Barry to sign this, because he is the author of this report.
Okay, sir.
We have a report of senior management retreat held on the 5th and 6th of February 2022 at Woodpecker Resort, Yundum. Signed by Hadijatu Sajo Jalo, Rappatua. At the Gambia Local Government Service Staff Rules 2003. An investigation report in a matter of auction sale dated the 5th of February 2020 to 25th of March 2020. The summary report on Brikama Area Council auction date dated 25th of January 2020. What period does the CRBR cover? Do we know?
This is 2016 to 2023.
So I see 2018 here, but it's okay because the mandate starts in 2018.
Yes.
We applied to tender the CRBR as presented by the witness from 2018 to 2023.
It starts from 2016.
Well, you can guide me.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen 2016. But we have this one without cover from 2016 to 2023. And how about this book?
That is also another
CRBR.
yes.
And that starts in 2018. 2018. It just covers the year 2018.
Yes, I think so. That's what that's the information that I received from Mr.
We applied to tender the CRBR from 2016 to 2023, and one for 2018 into evidence as an exhibit.
Council, he had indicated that there is CRBR that was bid maintained electronically. Can we have the both admitted together in a bundle, the CRBR? Because if he can tell us what period it covers,
Yes.
then we can admit them together.
Yes, I believe that is a cash book.
The cash book for a principal cashier.
Okay, that one is a cash book.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the chairperson's permission, we want to just follow the same procedure we followed with the Director of Finance to have it arranged
Okay.
so that they can have a cover letter to explain what period it covers. It will aid the commission
Okay.
better.
The following 14 documents presented by the witness, Mr. Modou Jonga, as follows. A letter dated the 6th of January 2020, addressed to the with the caption Wall Urban Forum, WUF 10. The letter is signed by Fatu Jiba for Permanent Secretary. And attached to this letter is approval of travel clearance, which is dated the 13th of January 2020, addressed to the Chief Executive Officer of Brikama Area Council from the Ministry of Local Government and Lands, and it is signed by Sini Ndongo for Permanent Secretary and copied to the Chairman. The invitation letter dated the 23rd of September 2019 from the World Urban Forum. It is signed by Ichi Mamadou Tangara, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Republic of the Gambia. And further attached to the said letter is an information data sheet which is addressed, which is giving the date for the mission from the 7th to the 15th of February 2020, and the address and destination of the meeting is Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. The second letter is dated the 9th of November 2022. This is a letter from the Internal Audit Unit addressed to the CEO of Brikama Area Council with the caption investigation report on the missing GTR books and their corresponding cash books unpresented for review to the external auditors. The letter is signed by the principal auditor, Mr. Suleiman Bari, and copied to the Director of Finance. The third letter is dated the 14th of October 2022 with reference BAC/019/A, addressed to the Principal Auditor, Brikama Area Council, with the caption Instruction to Investigate GTR Books. The letter is signed by Mr. Ibrahima Sawane, Acting Director of Administration for the Chief Executive Officer. The fourth is the Metric Solutions Company Limited contract agreement between Brikama Area Council, West Coast Region, and Metric Solutions Company. The next is a transaction slip from EcoBank dated the 11th of May 2022. The next is an NRA, National Roads Authority Civil Works contract between Brikama Area Council and Safjes Company Limited for the maintenance and rehabilitation along section on frontage of Box Bar Lot 2. It is dated December 2020. The next document is Brikama Area Council West Coast Region Contract Agreement between Brikama Area Council and bias lateral drilling and plumbing works, dated the 1st of July 2021. And the next document is the report of senior management retreat held on the 5th and 6th of February 2022 at Woodpecker Resort, Yundum. The next document is the Gambia Local Government Service Staff Service Rules of 2003. The next document is the Brikama Area Council investigation report in the matter of auction sale of the Brikama Area Council properties on the 24th day of January 2020. And the panelists were Keba S. Fadera, who signed, and Sini Sanyang, also who signed. It is further dated as 5th February 2022, 25th of March 2020. The next document is report on Brikama Area Council Auction Committee dated the 12th of March 2022. A summary report on Brikama Area Council auction dated 25th of January 2020. And it is signed by Mr. Lamin Suso, Finance Manager 1. There is also the staff, the in-country professional studies for the year 2020-2021 for Brikama Area Council. There is the framework contract for the supply of fuel to Council, and the parties are Brikama Area Council and Gambia National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC. There is also an email from Modou Jonga sent to Ibrahim Sawane, dated the Monday, July 3rd, 2023. Council, I think this one is outside of our mandate. The one dated July 3rd, 2023.
Okay. Right.
Our mandate stops in January.
We are duly guided. Thank you.
These 14 documents are admitted in evidence as exhibit and marked as LGC/MJ in bracket C/BKAC/005.
Ask the Commission, please.
The CRBR covering the period 2016 to 2023 is hereby also admitted in evidence as an exhibit and marked as LGC/MJ in bracket C/BKAC/006.
Ask the Commission, please. Now may we proceed, Madam Chairperson? Can we proceed with the witness? Thank you. Now, turn to page 82 of the 2020-2021 National Audit Report.
Few seconds, please.
Is the issue with respect to withholding tax.
Yes.
Yes, so for all the contracts you have listed, you've also told us how the contracts you have engaged in numerous between 2019 and 2023. Have you been paying withholding tax?
We have not been paying withholding tax.
Why is that?
Like we indicated in the management response, we take responsibility for the failure to deduct the 10%. But again, there are circumstances where we needed to have sort of an agency agreement between the council and the Gambia Revenue Authority, because that agreement will give us a clear conditions as to how do we go about collecting the withholding tax on behalf of GRA, and where the council, will be authorized to retain a fee as part of the collections on behalf of GRA. But this is not an excuse, but this is, to my understanding, something that needed to be done so that we can go ahead with the collections of the withholding tax.
Yeah, were you familiar with the Value Added Tax Act 2012?
Yes.
You were?
Yes.
That one is very clear.
Yes.
It did not speak about or talk about agency.
Yes.
It's very clear in the sense that when you issue contracts, you have to withhold tax,
Yes.
10%.
Yes.
So if you have an arrangement where perhaps the tax you collect, you'll be given part of it also, that is just maybe your own arrangement, but apparently with respect to the contracts you issue, you have to withhold tax, because when you pay the contractor in full, you are paying the contractor the full amount of the contract, and the contractor may not pay tax, and so that's why it's your responsibility as in whosoever is issuing our contract. It says a person who retains the service of a contractor for carrying out works and works shall withhold tax at the rate of 10% of gross fees or other payments made to the contractor in respect of the services. This you will find in section 89, sub 3 of the Income and Value Added Tax 2012. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
And so, how do we solve this problem for all the contracts you have issued from 2019 to 2023?
Yes, like I also want to respectfully refer you to the Finance and Audit Act.
Okay.
So if you go to section 23, subsection 3A,
Yes.
it says a council may collect fees and taxes
Yes.
on behalf of the government as its agent.
Yes.
And where a council act has agent, a portion of the funds collected
Yes.
shall be retained by the council as may be agreed between the parties.
Yes.
So there was no such agreement. Probably that explains why we were not deducting. But the commitment, like I indicated in the management response, is clearly there that we will continue to start to deduct the 10%
So
withholding tax.
if you read that,
Yes.
if you read that,
Yes, sir.
it does not make it mandatory for you to collect fees, does it? The Local Government Finance and Audit Act. If you read the wordings again, the first line, it says what a council may collect fees.
I know it may is not mandatory.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this is about collection of taxes. So it's like you have the discretion to collect fees or tax on behalf of government. Government may even sanction that you collect fees for them, and you decide you would not do that. But if where you decide that you want to do that, then you can have an agreement with them. That's why it says on behalf of central government as its agent, and where a council acts as an agent, so you still have a discretion to either act as an agent or not. The withholding tax is different. The wordings are mandatory in its operation. So if you go back to the word, it says a person who retains the service of a contractor for carrying out works shall. So the other one is addressing the issue of you collecting on behalf of government. This one is addressing where you issue our contract, you must withhold tax. Do you now see the difference?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe collecting, paying the withholding tax through the contractor is part of collecting fees on behalf
it's
of
different.
government.
When you pay, it's different from when you collect.
Oh, that's fine.
So when you hold, it's different from when you collect. So this one is talking about you in your capacity as a person or an institution.
Okay.
Because you are a legal institution. So where you give contracts, you must withhold tax. It says shall withhold tax. That one is saying where you may act as an agent, where you may collect fees or taxes.
Okay, sir.
So this is different from withholding tax. So this is not optional. It's not mandatory. It's mandatory. Do you now understand it that way?
Yes, I do.
So, but for all the contracts, my question now is, how do we solve the problem for all the contracts that were issued between 2019 and 2023, 2019 to 2023, and all these contracts were issued without withholding tax?
Yes, and that's why we accept responsibility for failing to deduct.
All right. Now we move to other issues. We have the issue of the payroll deductions.
What page is that?
Page 86, but we have already discussed that.
Yeah, I just have, I know the deduction did happen, which is more than 50%, but majority of the deductions involve staffs who are either retired or they are late. Starting from Lamin S. Jata to Maria Majete, they are staffs in the service of council at the time of this report. But from Momo Kamara up to Fatumata Jobate, they were not in the service of council at that time. They were either retired or they are late.
So where were they paid then?
No, it's zero-wise. You could see the net pay is zero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's zero.
They pay zero.
Yeah.
Now, just turn to page 89. What happened with your bank reconciliations? You were to submit them?
Yes, I needed to go and look for the bank reconciliations that we have submitted here.
And the financial statements as well, Mr. Jonga.
Yes,
if you don't
that's
submit
correct.
the bank reconciliation and the financial statement, you will have yourself to be blamed. Is that not the case?
Yes, that's correct. Like I said earlier on, I had a conversation with the registrar. So, because in the letter that we have sent here on the 22nd of May, submitting documents, we have, among others, the cash books of council, bank reconciliation statements.
My only problem is, whilst you were testifying, you had the opportunity
Yeah.
to sort these things out. So if you do not provide
No, we will.
the bank reconciliations until or after your submission, Mr. Jonga, you can only have yourself to be blamed regarding the issues of the bank reconciliation and the financial statement.
Yeah, I will do that to produce the statements.
Now turn to page 94 with respect to the works that were carried out by council. It says incomplete works. We observe that the road maintenance and rehabilitation works were incomplete during our site visit on the 22nd of June 2022. Work should have been completed by September 2021. We further noted that the contractor was fully paid despite not completing the work. Do you follow?
Yes.
This is in relation to the frontage of the box bar lot 2.
Yes.
What is your response to that?
Yeah, those are the copies that I earlier submitted, including the contract ledger. Where
But this is now the state of the work itself.
yes, about fully paying despite not completing.
Now we will examine that document. That the contract only talks about what is supposed to be done. Now I'm asking you whether the work was complete.
No, if you look at our response, is that I think I talked about the delay.
Yes.
What led to the delay in the completion of the works?
Yes.
You could see in our management response, which is due to the untimely procurement of the materials by the contractor.
Yes.
And the other reason is that this period coincided with the shortage of cement and basalt aggregates in the country at the time. And then, as a result, he requested for extension, which was evaluated and eventually.
Do you have that application for extension?
Yes, I should have a record of that.
You produce all the documents that really will aid your evidence
Okay, sir.
regarding the application for extension. Now, is it complete?
As we speak, it is not. What actually happened after this report is that force account was applied, and an assessment was done by NRA in the sum of, I think, over 500,000, and then council was supposed to buy the materials and complete the works. And if there is a remaining balance, then that is paid to the contractor. And if there is none, then that will be the end of the story. But we could not proceed with the implementation of the first account.
Why?
It happens at a time, this was in January, because we had a meeting at NRA together with the contractor. So when we met, we made a payment. There was a request from the contractor for us to reconsider the first account decision that we have taken, with the promise that he will complete this work within 2 weeks. So we proceed.
There's no promise in contracts.
Yeah,
Promises don't exist in contracts. The terms must be specific, they must be very clear, unambiguous. You cannot have promises in contract.
Yeah, no, that's very clear. Then after we proceeded, and then we made payment as we agreed at the meeting at NRA. And yet still, the contractor could not live up to expectation.
So what was done?
We went back to the first account, and then, as we speak, that is where we are.
That's where we are. You're no longer there. The contract stalled, payments were made.
But not full payments were made to the contractor.
Substantial payment was made.
No, the contract, what was paid was 1.7.
How much was paid?
About around 1.7, and then the contract.
What's the total amount?
3,080,000 something thousand.
And you paid 1.7.
1.7, yes.
That is substantial, Mr. Jonga. Is that not the case?
Yeah, but it is not full payment like indicated in the audit report.
But it's still substantial amount.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yes,
it is.
Yes. So, do you have a status report for that?
A status report for, yes.
That contract?
Yes, I should have it.
You should have it.
Yeah.
Was there a consultant for that report? Do you know?
No, the consultant for these routes, for this access routes, is NRA.
NRA.
Yes.
Now, we have the drilling of the boreholes. That issue remains unresolved regarding the Box Barrel Lot 2 road. So we will need more information if you have. If you don't have it, then that's it. So we have the drilling of 2 boreholes. It says the council entered into contract with Bilateral Drilling and Plumbing Enterprise for drilling of 2 boreholes for the community of Arakoni Kunda and Kanjibat and Kwanela and Fonyi Bondali.
Yes.
Now, it says the area council paid a price of $1,054,000, $200. The project was to be completed within 45 days after commencement of work. We carried out site visit and noted the following. 1, incomplete works. We found out that both constructions are at a standstill. The water tank at Arakoni Kunda was leaking and 8 taps were installed instead of 11 as per the agreement. Therefore, the 3 taps remained uninstalled. Why were you having these issues even after having an agreement with the contractor?
Yeah, it was a period where it was difficult to get hold of the contractor. I know the contract duration was 45 days, but it went beyond that, which was actually not to our liking. And then the issue of the 8 taps instead of 11, because the other 3 taps were supposed to be at the other side of the road. And part of the delay also was, like I highlighted here last week, was the issue of the time it takes us to apply for approval from NRA to proceed with the road cutting, and also to apply to GPPA for approval to single source
Mr. Jonga, particular work. Where you enter into contracts on a timely basis, and there are several breach of contracts, or let me say there's a supposedly breach of contract from the contractor based on your evidence. What should you do?
Let me finish so that you can understand.
Go ahead.
In addition to all the issues that I mentioned earlier,
yes,
there's the issue of the trench digging,
yes,
which was not awarded to the contractor.
Yes.
So this trench digging aspect of the project is supposed to be kind of a community contribution.
Okay. Can we see the agreement now? Can you refer us to the agreement?
Yeah, I submitted a copy. I can go through here.
No, no,
The soft copy.
let's just have the copy that is submitted for the drilling. And who is the contractor?
Faisal Lateral. Yes, I got a copy. So if you go through the copy,
Yes.
maybe, okay, so in this, I'll go through the soft copy.
Yes, please.
So there's no indication of the trench digging aspects of the contract.
What do you mean there is no indication of the trench digging aspects? Was that not a fundamental part of the why you issue out this work?
Yes, it was, but we treated that aspect to be a community contribution.
Okay, where? Refer me to the.
Now, you will not see.
It has to be seen.
No, let me explain.
What do you want to explain?
You have to allow me to explain.
I always allow you, go ahead.
Yes, that contract that you are having
Yes.
is for the drilling of the boreholes and its accessories
Yes.
for the 3 communities in Fonye.
Yes. Yes.
Now, the trench digging aspect
Yes.
is not captured in that contract document with the contractor.
Okay.
So which means it
Why?
is.
Why?
No, let me
No,
finish.
but
No,
just tell us why.
it was supposed to be a community contribution.
Okay.
It was supposed to be the contribution from the community towards the project.
Is it one project?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
So therefore, it's not an obligation for the contractor to do the trench digging.
Okay.
Now, it took a while before there was mobilization of the communities, of the youths to do the trench.
Yes.
It also happens at a time when I think one of the councillors, also was not feeling well,
Yeah.
and therefore mobilization of his community was kind of also difficult. So you had one councillor, doing the mobilization of these 3 communities to embark on
Is
the
that
trench.
why? Is that why the contract could not be completed?
Yeah, it's part of, no, not the contract is completed. I'm talking about the delay.
No. Wait a minute. So the trench digging has a lot to do with the
Completion.
performance of the contract.
Yes.
So why was it not? Why was the BSL not contracted to do that?
We wanted that to be part of the community contribution because this project is implemented from the government subvention for the year, which was 1 million that was given to Brikama.
Yes.
So out of that 1 million, that's what we invested. We identified this particular project in Fonye,
Yes.
so that those communities can also benefit from, a reliable water supply system in their communities. So you
Now,
could say,
guide me through the contract where the responsibilities of the contractor were are clearly spelled out.
a few seconds. What we have here is
Go ahead.
it's parties to the contract,
Yes.
the purpose,
Good.
and the employer and the contractor agreed as follows.
Yes.
You want me to read that?
No, I want you to guide us where the terms or the responsibilities of the contractor is clearly spelled out, so that we know what the contractor is contracted for.
Yes. First, if you look at the purpose,
Yes.
whereas the employer invited bids for the works,
Yes.
described as drilling of 2 boreholes and their accessories in Fonye.
Yes.
Project number BAC/OT/001/2021, and
ahead.
has accepted a bid by the contractor for the execution and completion of these works and remedying of any defects therein. And the employer agrees to pay the contractor the sum price or such other sum as may become payable under the provisions of the contract at the times and in the manner prescribed by the contract.
Yes?
The employer and the contractor agreed as follows. 1, in this agreement, words and expressions shall have the same meaning as are respectively assigned to them in the contracts document referred to. 2, the following documents shall be seem to form and be read and construed as part of this agreement. This agreement shall prevail over all other contracts.
Mr. Jonga, let me help you. The responsibilities of the contractor, that is not the responsibility of the contractor. We're talking about why the terms are clear that the contractor shall or should be doing X, Y, and Z. You contracted by yourself for the drilling of boreholes, right?
Yes.
How many boreholes?
The two boreholes, yes.
2 boreholes.
Yes.
Now, where are the terms that clearly spelled out what they should do, what the company should do?
The term, that's the purpose that I read earlier on.
It says where the employer invites bids for the works described as drilling of 2 boreholes and their accessories in Fonyi, project number so and so, and has accepted a bid by the contractor for the execution and completion of these works and the remedying of any defect therein. This gives a general responsibility of the contractor.
Now, you
Going by this alone, the contractor should just make sure from start to finish the work is done. It didn't talk about the responsibilities of the community or so on and so forth. It went and further, section 3, in consideration of the payment to be made by the employer to the contractor as indicated in this agreement, the contractor shall hereby covenant with the employer to execute the works and to remedy the defects. Which defects were you referring to?
Let's say defects that might occur after the completion.
That's it.
Yes.
So I'm still trying to see what the contractor is not contracted for and what part of the contract is left for the community. Says
Yes,
the employer
yeah.
hereby covenants to pay the contractor in consideration of the execution and completion of the work and the remedying of the defect.
You will not see the responsibility of the communities in the contract here, because that is not a contract with the contractor.
Now the digging of the trenches, does it have anything to do with the borehole?
Yes.
Without the trenches, would you have the borehole?
No, because you need to lay the pipes.
So you have to have the trenches first before the borehole, right?
I don't know which way you start with, but it's key part of the works.
It's a key part. I think Commissioner Silla wants to say something before you proceed.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Jonga, except that the input of the community should have been captured in the description of the works. That is key. When you have community involvement in any project, it means that it's participatory. And in some instances, despite that they are not given money, it is costed. So it should have been captured. I think the other issue that you have with is you don't have proper consultants. Because everything that we have gone through, it looks like even the issue of forced labor. The other question is, do you have bank bonds? Did you get bonds from the contractor before issuing the contract?
That is the first contract.
Yes,
Subjust.
yes.
Subjust. Yes. They all submitted their bonds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't you turn on the bonds when the job was not ready? You withdraw the bonds and then they will deal with the bank. Why didn't you do that?
Yeah, we have not done that actually.
Yeah, that should have been done. The other point too is you talk of the vexed liability period. What was the period? What was the duration?
For the boreholes.
For the boreholes, yes.
Yes. It's a set comment. It has not been highlighted, and I also agree fully with the fact that the trench digging, which we treated as a community contribution, should have been in the contract document. So it is completely not in the contract document.
Okay, that one is understood. Moving forward, what was the duration of the defects liability period, and how much money was withheld from the contractor to remedy defects in case there are defects after the period?
Yeah, I can confirm that the entire sum of money, which is 1,045,000, was not paid to the contractor.
Yeah, my question is, how much did you keep for defects liability? What percentage of that amount have you kept?
The defect liability is also not We said 5% retention after the expiry of the warranty period.
After the
Expiration of the warranty period.
was that applied?
Was that?
Applied?
At the time I left, we have not paid this contractor the full sum. Because at the end of the day, we ended up using our planning department to complete, the plumbers in the planning department to complete the work.
Then where does that leave the contract that you signed with him? Because there is nowhere where it is captured that you're supposed to complete the works. It was his responsibility.
Yeah, it was his responsibility, but we were under an enormous amount of pressure to complete the works. And then part of the funds that we used was to be, offset from the payment that is due to the contractor. But we have not paid him in full with regards to the contract.
He defaulted?
Yes, clearly he defaulted.
What did you do with the bonds now?
We have not taken any step with regards to the bonds.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, Mr. Jonga, let me just take you a bit back on the works for the box bar, the construction of the concrete slabs.
No, the concrete pavements.
Yes, concrete pavements.
Yes.
Sorry, thank you for the rectification. It has been indicated that there were some significant deviation from the specifications. What did you do with respect to addressing that particular issue?
We have indicated, we have addressed the issue of the deviation of the works, and you could see in our management response that was purely based on the advice of the consultant. You could see after the signing of the contract with Subjas, which coincided with the repair of the main with the road section in front of Boxbar Mini Stadium by NRA. After the completion of works by the NRA team, it was recommended to have a side drain between the edge of the roads and the concrete pavement in the parking lot of Boxbar.
No, that is not what I'm asking, Mr. Jonga. What I'm asking is the deviation from the specification.
Yeah, I'm getting there. There's a result of works that happen. That's why we have a deviation. That's why I'm getting to.
No, the deviation from the specification, is that what occasion you, the consultant, advising for you to do these additional works?
No.
Is that what you are saying?
No, there are no additional. I'm not saying that. There are no additional works.
Yes, so what are you reading? Because I don't seem to understand.
Yes.
Because what they have said is very clear.
Before we sign the contract.
Yes.
Okay. Prior to signing the contract with the contractor, we do not have any prior information that
that cannot be correct. That cannot be correct, because when you sign the contract based on the fact that there have been specifications on the contract works that the contractor is supposed to execute. Is that not the case?
No, I don't think you understand my position.
Okay, explain.
Prior to BAC signing a contract with Subjas,
yes,
we do not have any prior knowledge that the road section in front of the Boxbar Mini Stadium will have to be concrete by the NRA team. That is a significant part of what led to the deviation. And now, if you
now, Mr. Jonga, can you go back to 95 and read paragraphs, the 3.10.2?
That's where I am.
Yes.
I'm reading from the responses that we had.
No, read,
Okay.
read.
The deviation of work specifications.
Yes.
The contract document described the scope of work as construction of concrete pavement along the Boxbar Mini Stadium.
Yes.
However, during the visit of the project site, we found out that there was a significant deviation from the contract agreement work specification and the actual work provided by the contractor. The contractor used a concrete brick pavement instead of reinforced concrete pavement has stated.
That is my issue.
Yes, now
That is my issue. What was your lack of understanding in the contractor using reinforced concrete pavement instead of brick pavement?
Now, I started to explain that.
No. Then tell me what is the issue here? Because what he was supposed to have done was to use reinforced concrete pavement instead of brick pavement.
Yes, I agree. But then, during this particular period, there was a road construction, a road section construction opposite the Boxbar Mini Stadium. So the feasibility of going with a reinforced concrete is not tenable because of the ongoing construction by NRA. And that's why I said, that's why it was decided
But how
to
can
use, let me learn, please. That's why it was decided to use the precast concrete interlocking pavement blocks instead of the reinforced concrete, whereby the steel reinforcement was removed, and the savings from the reinforcement was used to accommodate the works for the side drain. So in essence, there is no major deviation.
Mr. Jonga,
Yes, ma.
we seek to make things clear for people.
Yes.
Even though we are not contractors, consultants in roadworks, we seem to understand, unless it is otherwise proven, what is contained in the document. And the contracts that you sign, before you sign the contracts, and before that issue of the adjacent or the connecting or whatever you described as the reason as to why you remove the reinforced steel works or whatever you call it, I don't think it would have come into play in this circumstance, because when you signed the contract, you signed a contract giving specific specifications as what you want to be done. And you must have done your survey. And in the circumstance where there is adjoining work being done, you could have anticipated that, or the consultant or the contractor could have anticipated that, because it is your domain to have advised, as counsel who is contracting for the services, to indicate to the consultant or to the contractor of anticipated works that were supposed to happen. Is that not the case?
At that point, we did not anticipate that work will happen on the highway. The highway precisely is not within our mandate.
Thank you, Mr. Jonga. Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you.
So, back to the issue of the two boreholes.
Yes, sir.
To start with, why do you even choose to apply for single sourcing? Is there any reason?
Single sourcing for the road cutting?
Yes. The boreholes.
No, we don't single source the borehole.
Which one did you single source?
The road cutting.
The?
Road cutting.
I see here, unless I am wrong, the document, the document you have provided for the contract with respect to Brikama Area Council and bilateral drilling and plumbing works.
Yes.
The documents attached. We have a letter from GPPA addressed to the CEO with request for permission to single source.
Yes.
It says, we refer to your letter reference to BAC /077/A dated the 28th of September 2021 relative to the above subject matter, which refers, having carefully reviewed your submission, please be informed that the authority has granted approval to single source the lateral horizontal drilling of this thing. So, is that not the same way?
No.
So why is it attached to that?
What amount do you have there? What amount do you
I'm
have?
just asking, why is it attached?
No. This route, sorry, the borehole drilling is not single source.
No, it's attached to the contract, that's what I mean.
Can I please see a copy of that?
Then if it is not with respect to that contract, you can remove it, but.
This is a request for permission to single source.
Yes,
So,
but
no,
is it with respect to that contract?
no, of course it has a bearing. If you look at the second paragraph, having carefully reviewed your submission, please be informed that the authority has granted approval to single source the lateral or horizontal derailing of the Banjul-Soma Highway, which is the Trans-Gambia Highway, for the 3 identified locations, that is Fonyi Kangwali, Kanjibat, and Arankon, to bisal lateral. So it is for the lateral derailing or horizontal derailing of the highway. So it is also part of the contract.
Yes.
Because, it forms part of the contract.
So why was it single sourced?
The lateral derailing. Because we wrote to NRA, if you look at another copy of the letter from NRA, which was dated on the 13th of November, we wrote to NRA to request for approval to cut the Trans-Gambia Highway for water projects in Fonyi, Jarol, and Bondale. So NRA replied back to say, considering the fact that the proposed location of the crossings are on the primary route, we do not recommend cutting the road. We therefore recommend a different approach, that is lateral or horizontal drilling. Please bear in mind that the proposed method, that is boring and laying of pipes, shall be carried out by a competent contractor under the supervision of NRA.
Why is it single sourced?
Yes, because this particular contractor is designated by NRA as the most competent contractor in the country to do this.
Where is
that's the advice we received.
Where is the advice?
No, it might not be here.
No, but see, Mr. Jonga, if you have the advice from NRA, your application should clearly outline that it is the advice from NRA that they identified this particular contractor, but it's not there. It's not stated there.
Yes, it is not there.
Yes.
But I'm just telling you at the time.
No, but I want evidence. Where is the evidence to show us to the reason why you applied for single sourcing?
Yeah, the only reason is we were told to.
You don't have the evidence.
The evidence for what?
To prove or show us or the commission as to the reasons as to why you opted for single source.
Of course, there should be. I should be able to get the letter that we sent to NRA. Give me a moment. I will try to get a copy of the letter that we sent to GPPA requesting for permission. That letter might indicate our
you can write that down, and then whenever you bring it, we can discuss it. But as we stand now, you don't have it here.
I agree, yes.
Good. Now, your contract does not have a termination clause. It does not really clearly spell out the role of the contractor. You have claimed that the community has a role to play. It also stated in the contract. Is that not the case?
Yes, that's correct. Like I agreed to area observation
now,
from Commissioner.
What the contractor was contracted for is to start and finish the contract, as going by the contract that you have signed. It says nothing about a third party's obligation. Every obligation is clearly spelled out to be that of the contractor. Now, how much did you pay in total to the contractor?
I should be able to check the records and provide that.
You should?
Yes.
No, because the reports are that you paid the amount of $1,054,200. You have said you didn't pay that amount, did you?
No, the report did not say that. The report said the contract sum. It did not say yes.
It says the area council paid a contract price of $1,054,200.
We did not pay that.
I'm just saying that's what I've seen here. And that's what I am reading, unless...
Sorry, what page are you, please?
Page 96, the drilling of 2 boreholes.
Yes.
Now, did you pay the full sum?
No, we did not pay the full sum.
How much did you pay?
Few seconds.
And what was the mode of payment?
Few seconds. After when we paid the 20% advance payment.
Yes.
Let me check. Sorry.
What you do,
Yes.
get us the relevant, Mr. Jonga, we'll have to proceed. You get us the relevant information and how much you have paid. If you are saying you have not paid the full amount.
Yeah, we have
Did,
not.
did
I
you
can
at any
confirm.
point in time pay the full amount?
No, we did not at any time.
Was this contract at any point in time completed?
Yes, the contract is completed.
When?
But the payment, around 2022.
Was there a certificate issued?
By the contractor.
To the contract.
To the contractor. No, like I said earlier on, we ended up using.
Was there a certificate? So what you do, you just answer the question and then you can explain. It is much more easier that way. We know whether your answer is yes or no, and then you can seek to apply to just explain whatever you want to explain.
Okay.
Is there a certificate of completion?
No, sir.
Why?
We ended up using, because of the long delays of the contractor to complete the work, we ended up using our own staffs of the planning department to complete the remaining works.
Who breached the contract?
The contractor. Well,
You said the contractor.
the contractor, yes.
So why did you not enforce the necessary terms in relation to breach of contract?
It's a failure.
It's a failure.
Yes.
On your side.
Yes, sir.
So please provide us with the details of the payment
Okay,
to
sir.
the contractor.
Okay, sir.
Now, your response, you said force account is applied for this contract. What does that mean?
Like I indicated earlier on, where we'll assess the cost of the remaining works and council will procure the materials.
Was it done? Was
and
an
use
assessment
labor.
done?
Yes, that is why we ended up using the staffs of the planning department.
Have you done the assessment?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a copy of the assessment report?
Yes.
Who prepared the assessment?
The consultant with the team
Give us a name.
from planning.
Give us a name.
Bemba Jabi of the Department of Water Resources.
Demba Jabi.
Bemba Jabi, yes.
Demba Jabi
Yes.
of
The Department of Water Resources.
All right, we will proceed. Now I have, well, that's all for the 2020-2021 audit report. Unless there are questions, Chairperson, you want to go on to other issues?
Mr. Jonga, I just want some clarification on the issue of the staff deductions.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you have indicated that some of the staff were diseased.
Yes, and others retired.
Yeah, and others retired.
Yes, and
But if you look at the language of the auditors, they indicate that they noted that staff were paid less than. So which means, what I can understand from the statement is that perhaps based on what you are telling us now, they didn't know that these people were dead, or some of them were retired. But they have seen in your payroll that they have been paid salary and they have been deducted the entire salary that they have been paid.
yes, our response
So-
in that aspect is not adequate because it did not indicate clearly whether they are still on the payroll or
No,
others
but
are.
it's not about being inadequate, it's misrepresentation, because if you say it's inadequate, I beg to disagree, Mr. Jonga.
Okay, ma'am.
It's misrepresentation, because the reason why I could correlate what they said and what is on the table is that what they see on the payroll signifies that salaries are being paid and the money is being deducted. And you as the council knew that these people are no longer in the service, either by way of being diseased or they have been retired. So you should have indicated that it's an oversight on your side to have given them the details and the information to say that this is the situation. And for whatever queries they needed to have done, they would have done the queries appropriately.
Yeah, yes, ma'am, but if you look at the net pay, like I highlighted earlier on, the net pay is zero-wise for the staff who are either retired or they are late. So, like I said, it's a matter of, like you said, I agree, it's a matter of misrepresentation. We should have clearly indicated that this particular staff...
It's not about the net pay here, Mr. Jonga. It's not about the net pay. The thing is, in the first place, these names should not have appeared here in the first place because some of them are diseased and some of them have retired. And the fact also remains that this goes to show, because if you further go to the issue of loans, you could realize that up to above 9 million within this period under review, over $9 million have been given as loan. And you do not have a loan policy, and there is no documentation, you understand, to indicate. Because if you don't have loan policy, you would not have any guide as to giving you the exact age of the applicant and all of that stuff to allow you to make a right decision as to what to give to an applicant at the end of the day. Is that not what has occasioned this issue?
Yeah, yes.
All right, thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you very much. Now I have two vouchers I will want you to explain to us. But before that, I will ask the secretary to give you your statement for you to go through, and you tell us whether those statements were the ones that were obtained from you by the investigators. Yes, please go through your statement. There are two statements. The Jonga?
Yes, sir. There are two
How many statements were obtained from you?
Two statements.
Two. Yeah. There's one that is dated the 7th of February, 5th of April, 2024. And the other 24th of May, 2024.
Yes, that's correct.
Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Do you confirm that that was obtained from you?
Yes, sir.
Do you object it's tendering?
No, sir.
We apply to tender the statement, two statements. One statement dated the 5th of April 2024, and the other is the 24th of May 2024. Is an additional statement into evidence as an exhibit.
They are both additional statements, right?
No, the first.
The one on the 5th was the first statement?
Yes.
And the second one is the additional statement?
Yes, Chairperson.
The statement dated the 5th of April 2024, made by the witness, Mr. Modou Jonga, and the second statement, which is the additional statement, dated the 24th of May 2024, are admitted together and marked as LGC/MJ in bracket C/BKAC/007.
As the commission pleases. Now, I want to show you two payment vouchers.
Yes, sir.
There's one dated the 13th of October 2021 and another the 31st of January 2021. Let us please start with the one dated the 31st, sorry, the 13th. You have one for the 13th of October 2021. Have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
And the other 31st of January 2021.
Yes, sir.
So we start with the one for January 2021. We have this payment voucher. So who authorized this payment voucher? The accounts clerk signed this payment voucher, sir?
Yes, they have signed, yes.
What is the voucher number?
PV 21000034.
21000034.
Yes, sir.
And you confirm that you have signed this payment voucher as well?
Yes, I've signed the payment voucher, yes.
We apply to tender a payment voucher with PV number 21000034 for Brikama Area Council, as identified by the witness, Mr. Jonga. And the other one, what is the payment voucher, sir?
The PV number is 21000529.
And we've also indicated that one as well. You signed the document?
Yes, sir.
We also apply to tender a payment voucher number 21000529, dated the 13th of October 2021, brought into evidence as an exhibit.
The PV number 21000034, dated the 31st of January 2021, and PV 21000529, dated the 13th of October 2021, are hereby admitted as exhibit in evidence and marked as LGC/MJ in bracket C/BKAC/008.
As the Commission places. Now, may I apply that the exhibits be shown to the witness? Mr. Jonga, we will start with the voucher number 21000034.
Okay, sir.
What is that payment for?
It's a payment for an official trips to Grand Yoff, Dakar, Senegal.
Grand Yoff, Dakar, Senegal.
Official trip, yes.
What is the date of this trip? What are the dates?
From the 16th to the 20th of January 2021.
16th to the 20th
Yes, sir.
of January 2021.
Yes, sir.
Now, was there an invitation going by that voucher?
There's no invitation attached, but there was an invitation.
There was.
Yes, sir.
But you have a letter from the Ministry of Lands, Regional Government, and Youth Affairs.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Addressed to you, the CEO.
Yes, sir.
Dated the 15th of January 2021.
Yes, sir.
It says request for travel clearance.
Yes, sir.
Now, who are the people or the staff that was supposed to go to this program?
On the list, this letter from the ministry is a response to our request for travel
Yes,
clearance.
yes.
So, first you have Mr. Ibrahim Asawane, you have Mr.
No, first you have the councillors.
Councillors, yes. You asked about the staffs. Councillors,
I said people or staff. But go ahead.
Honorable Lamin Jaju,
Yes?
Honorable Abi Bangura,
Yes?
Honorable Faru Jallo,
Yes, sir?
Honorable Charno Jawla,
Yes?
Honorable Awasao.
Correct. Next.
The staffs, Ibrahim Asawane,
Go ahead.
Alaji Jeng, Adama Bojang, Lamin Singate, Moro Sane, Keba Mane.
Good. Now, this was signed by Mr. Gomez for the permanent secretary.
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, what is the amount that was to be paid or cleared?
The amount to be paid, $607,650.
All right. And this should be covering the period 16 to the 20th of January 2021.
Yes, sir.
And it was paid.
Yes, sir.
But then, if you see the voucher, I think the accounts clerk signed this document, correct?
Yes, sir.
The internal auditor cleared it. Is it correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
This was on the 26th of January 2021. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's the metrics voucher, yes.
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 The Director of Finance also signed. You also signed as well.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Now, the paying out cashier did not sign. Do you know why?
No, I cannot tell.
You cannot tell.
Yes.
Now, the second voucher
Yes.
is the one dated the 13th of October 2021. Do you follow?
Yes.
It's voucher number 210000529.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the purpose of that trip?
It's also an official trip, but it looks like these are all payment for the same trip.
I know. Let's just get the detail. I know it's the payment for the same trip.
Yeah.
It's two vouchers raised for the same trip, and of course you know where I'm driving to. But let's just get the facts out first, and you can tell us. So again, what trip would this payment voucher cover?
It's also from the 16th to the 20th of January.
So it's the same trip,
Yes, it's the same trip, yes.
20th of January 2021.
Yes.
But what is the amount for this one?
This one has
$630,720.
$720, yes.
That's a little bit more than the first one. The first one is 607,000.
Yes, that's
The
correct.
second one is 630,720 dollars. Correct?
Yes.
And it's for the same trip.
It's for the same trip, yes.
But-
you could see the second PV has the invitation.
Yes. No.
in
Let
front,
me
yeah.
guide you. Let me guide you. So the voucher. Who authenticated this voucher? The second one. I see prepared by the accounts clerk, 5th of June 2021. He signed. Correct?
Yes,
Internal auto cleared on the 5th of June 2021.
yes,
Officer in charge of voters, you, the CEO.
yes, sir.
You also signed on the 5th of June 2021.
Yes,
The Director of Finance signed.
yes,
No payment cashier. The recipient did not sign this.
yes,
Now we have a request for clearance, which is the same for the period respect to the first one.
yes,
It shows you that the first voucher, which payment was made for the amount of $607,650, and this one with the amount $630,720 is for the same purpose. Correct?
yes.
It says request for travel clearance. I hereby write to request for travel clearance for the following councillors and staff of council to travel to Grand Yoff municipality, Dakar, Republic, Senegal, from 16th to 28th of January 2021. 2011, sorry. Did it say 11?
No.
2021 is an error.
Yeah. The additional
For the
one is an error.
preparatory technical meeting on the training of women on livelihood skills and transfer. And the councillors and the staff, they're all the same with respect to the first voucher.
Yes.
And you wrote this to CEO, correct?
Yes,
Now, the invitation is attached. Is that correct, sir?
yes, sir.
But we don't have, for this one, the recipients signing. Now, why would you raise two payment vouchers and make two payments for the same travel?
Yeah, it is clearly very, very wrong because first, if you look at the first voucher here, the first PV, which is
210034.
34, yes.
Yes.
So you could see the instructions on the letter from the travel clearance from the ministry.
Yes.
Is to pay the sum of 330 as advance.
Yes.
Which means each person is 330. But I cannot just explain why two vouchers were raised for
Not
the
only
same
that,
for the same purpose.
the full amount of 607,000 was paid instead of part payment. That's correct. Going by the voucher. You agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that. The 330 was paid before they left. When they came back, the other
And the balance was paid.
Yes.
So going by the facts, the full amount was paid.
Yes, sir.
And then for the same travel, some months later, not even the same month, the same voucher was raised, the same payment was made for that same date, as if it was arrears paid when payment was already done. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
We have payment done in January for a travel that was supposed to be from the 16th to the 28th of January 2021.
Yes.
Now, it was raised in January, payment was done in January. Now, in October of the same year, the same a voucher was raised for the payment of a travel of the travel that was already paid for, and payment was done. So we want you to explain that.
I honestly do not have adequate explanation to give here. It is completely very incorrect to have two vouchers for the same.
The incorrect issue is one. That's true. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But we are now talking about money paid. The second one would have been an unlawful payment. It's an unlawful payment. But why would you have to authorize payment when payment was already done?
I will ask that you give me time to confirm the payments because if you look at the two vouchers, one other payment is made from I think EcoBank.
Yes.
And I think the other one from Guarantee Trust. So
Yes.
I will consult the Director of Finance and.
No, but we have the vouchers here. The account numbers are there. The total expenses are there. The authorization is here. We have all the details here. Payments were made.
I'm not disputing that payments was made, but I needed to find out exactly what is the cost for making two payments for the same trip. I'm just seeing this for the first time.
No, you're saying it it's for the second time.
Yes, yes.
The first time is when you authorized it.
Yes, that's correct.
The second time is when we show you the voucher.
That's correct, yes.
Yes, so it's not a new document that you're saying for the first time prepared by somebody else. It is authenticated by you. For the same, there would not be any cause as to why you will make two payments of this magnitude
no, absolutely.
for travel
Yeah.
that happened in January.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are you asking for?
Well, I need to find out. There's no cost, like I said, no justification for making two payments for the same cost.
What do you want to find out?
I want to find out how this came about.
I don't understand. I'm lost.
My instruction,
Yes.
you could see in the first voucher, is to pay 30,000 per person. And that is done with that same voucher.
Yes.
You have another voucher that was raised on the 13th of October.
Yes.
For the same purpose.
Yes.
So I will need time to confirm actually why do we have these two payments for the same purpose.
But that's why you are here. Who do you want to confirm from?
Now, of course, I will have to check with accounts
To do what? Check what?
to confirm the payments.
You are the one to confirm payments. That's my problem.
Yeah,
I'm not adverse
I authorized-
I am not adverse to you going to find more information and come back. I'm not adverse to that. You can ask the permission from the chairperson if it is granted. I am not adverse to that. I'm just saying that it bears your signature, it bears the account numbers, payments were done, you have confirmed it's for the same travel, two payments. Of course, that's unlawful. But I could not just understand what you want to really confirm.
Example, if you look at the second voucher here, there's no indication of the receipts of the monies that were paid to individuals.
That makes it worse.
Yes.
That suggests, that will suggest,
No,
and I always want to speak for myself, that would suggest that it was, of course, it's an unlawful payment. So whoever is authorizing this payment is for their own benefit.
Yeah, and that is what I want to...
Do you know why it is serious? So if you raise the payment, made the payment, of course, the people who signed receiving the first one did not sign receiving the second one, but it was authenticated, it was paid, monies were really, they left the account. So it means whosoever is authorizing must have benefited substantially from this money.
No, I will disagree with that.
But that's a logical conclusion.
No,
Mr. Jonga, just wait a minute. That is a logical conclusion. It doesn't mean that's what happened. It means it's a logical conclusion because if you don't have a recipient, what does that suggest? If monies are paid, but there is no evidence of the beneficiary receiving the money, what does that suggest?
With this order...
No, answer the question first. And then you can add or say anything you want to say.
Can you please repeat your question?
If monies are, you have signed checks, authorized payment to Mr. X. Mr. X, there should be an evidence of receipt of that funds, of those funds. If there are no evidences of receipt, what would it suggest?
Yeah, you cannot ascertain that whether the recipient has received it.
Agreed.
Yes.
And so which means there is a suspicious
It could be a suspected fraud.
fraud.
Yes.
That's why I said that I will speak for myself.
Yes.
In my opinion, it means whosoever authorizes this payment, which is you and the Director of Finance, let me just say, yes, you, the Director of Finance, internal auditor, and the accounts clerk. Whosoever authorizes this payment, there's an issue of suspected fraud.
I am saying, in order to reach that conclusion...
It's not a conclusion.
No, it cannot be a conclusion because it is suspected.
Yes.
Now, in order to get that, I need...
Is it a reasonable suspicion?
Yes, it is. But I needed time to confirm this because first I have an observation.
If you can ask
I'll please kindly ask the chairperson to grant me time to find out exactly what happened. Because if you look at the second voucher, there's only an attachment of the request for travel clearance, unlike the other one. So I have reasonable grounds to to ask for an opportunity to confirm what actually happened with regards to these two payment vouchers for the same purpose.
Yes.
Sorry, good afternoon, Mr. Jonga.
Good afternoon.
I was just wondering, I thought before signing or authorizing, certain key things would have been or should have been looked into. First is the date of the invitation and all the attached documents. From document 1, all was done in January. But for voucher 2 was in October.
Yes.
That is 10 months after.
Yes.
Doesn't that raise a red flag to say, why is this taking 10 months to come to me for a signature, and would it not have dawned on you to say, I must have seen this before?
Yes, of course, I agree, Commissioner. It raises a serious red flag, and that's why I am kindly asking for a moment to get to the bottom of this.
No, I was just wondering, because that should not necessitate you to go and find out why, because that should have been done when the second request comes to you to say, this is in January, this is now October, there's 10 months in between the two. Why is this? Why didn't this come in March or June or in July?
Yes,
but it's coming now in October.
I agree with that lapses.
So you still want the extension for you to go and find out, even though you understood that it's a lapse that should have given you the red flag to say, look, wait, something is wrong here.
Yes, just to find out, actually payment did happen for both of these two vouchers.
Okay, I leave that with the chairperson.
Which bank, for this, the 13th of October 2021 payment, which bank was the check written to?
Because I could see on the request for clearance on top, there is...
Which bank?
EcoBank.
Yes. So, who signed off the checks? Who signed off this particular check?
It should be me and the Director of Finance.
So, up to the level of you signing the check, it did not occur to you. And in whose name, let me put it this way, in whose name was that check written?
No, it is not indicated in the voucher.
Can we give the witness the EcoBank account, please?
It's okay. I have the soft copy of the EcoBank statement.
Of the statement?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. In whose name was the check written?
The name is not indicated here. I can go through the statement and check for this date.
No, just go straight to October.
Yes.
The sum is there. The sum would be a guide. Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm in October now. Checking October.
The date is 13th of October.
Okay, thank you.
Or was it paid before?
Let me go to 13th and check, please. October 2021.
Yes.
I did not see
Check before or after.
after on the 13th.
Is it possible to pay before the check is the voucher is drawn?
No.
So it should automatically be after the 13th, if that is the practice.
In the whole of October, I did not see this 630,000 withdrawal.
That is why I asked that we check the statement, because it's not there.
Yes, I did not see that.
That is what I'm saying. That is why I ask you, in whose name was the check written? Because in your voucher you've indicated that this payment was made via a check.
Yes.
And the check is drawn against the account in EcoBank.
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
it's
ma'am.
not, and this amount of 630,720 cannot be seen in October.
Yes.
And if this voucher is paid, they would have received this amount on or before the end of the month.
Yes, that's
if
correct.
they had to travel.
That's correct.
Right?
Yes.
That is after the 13th.
Yes, that's correct.
So, and it is not in the account.
No, it is not.
Is that not an issue?
It's an issue, of course, indicating that it is EcoBank and then it is not seen in account. And more or less, that's why I think
So we will give you till tomorrow. We will give you till tomorrow.
Okay.
I just wanted to add on to the issues as to where is this money?
Yes.
When payment has already been effected, where is the money gone to? So that you can guide us.
Thank you.
Council, you may proceed.
Now, let's look at the internal audit report.
Can you please
On-
give me a
on
few
fi-
seconds? Let me take this dates, please. Oh, can I keep this and take the records later?
The vouchers?
Yes.
You'll be given copies.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So we just please hand them over and ask the registrar.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you have the audit report on financial statement, staff and system audit that you have tendered dated the 27th of December 2023. You have that?
Yes. That is a. Who tendered that? Not.
Do you have a copy of it?
Yes. That report is not a final report of the system audit for 2022-2023.
It is not.
No, it is at a draft stage at the time that I left, and at the time Mr. Barry submitted this to the commission.
So you mean there's no final copy? You don't have a final copy?
It is not finalized.
Why?
We met on the 27th of December, and then he gave the management 5 working days to respond
Yes.
to the queries in the audit report. And on the 4th of January we met, and then we could not conclude this particular audit report
Yes.
because
No, you could not conclude your response.
no, we concluded our response, but there's one query that was outstanding,
Which is?
which is the issue of staff receiving both fuel and transport allowances at the same time.
Yes.
I don't know if you could see that.
Yes.
Okay, few seconds.
No, my issue is you are not in a position to say the audit report is not finalized.
No,
You're not.
I'm very well in a position to tell you that.
You are?
I'm in a position to confirm that it was not finalized.
Who is supposed to finalize the audit report? The entire audit report.
Of course, you send it to management. Management provided their response. Then you go and
No,
finalize.
who is supposed to finalize the audit report, internal audit report?
The internal auditor.
Yes, go ahead.
But a key aspect
It's your response.
is the response, and the response were provided. And then
Yeah.
I'll tell you why it was not finalized. If you could give me a few.
No. That is the part I will not agree with. You see, you don't use the word finalize because you don't have any role in finalizing internal audit reports. You don't have any role in finalizing. The auditor or any auditor, they work within certain guidelines. You are a subject of audit because you manage an institution. Is that not the case? Do you understand that?
Yes.
And so that is why they give you a timeline. The discussion is not yours. They will tell you you have to respond within 5 days, 10 days or so. Is that not true?
We did not miss
No, is that not true? I'm just telling you what
Yeah.
obtains.
It's true, I know, but
No,
we
no,
did
you
not
hear
miss
me
the
out. No,
deadline.
you hear me out first.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you. I'm not discussing what led to you not responding on time or the issues that are outstanding. We'll come to that. I'm just saying or laying out the issue regarding the fact that the management is not in the position to finalize audit reports. It is the role of the internal auditor, and he testified. We asked him, like any other auditor, they will tell us where there is no response within the timeline, it is deemed to be a final copy. That's the evidence from, in fact, it corresponds with the evidence of all the auditors that testified here. That they don't wait for management. If you don't respond within the given period, they go ahead and then the finding remains. Do you now understand?
I understand. What I'm trying to.
No, do you agree with that?
I agree that the internal auditor finalizes the report.
Exactly.
But before you finalize, then you need to you need to give reasonable opportunity to the management to respond.
Were you given the opportunity?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to you here.
Were you given the opportunity to respond?
Let me.
No, that's first half.
Yes.
Jonga, this is how it works. We have the facts, then the explanation.
Yes.
Facts, explanation. Were you given the opportunity? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, X, Y, Z. Yes, so and so. And then it makes our job, both of us, easier.
Yeah.
So where you give, we start again. Were you given the opportunity?
Yes.
Okay, now tell us why you did not meet up with the deadline.
We did not fail to meet up with the deadline. like I said, we got the drafts on the 27th of December,
Yes.
2023. And we met, we were given only 5 working days
Yes.
to provide responses. We met on the 4th
Yes.
of January.
Yes.
And then on the plea of the internal auditor,
On the?
on the plea of the internal auditor, we were asked to hold on. He will consult his team because he have minimal contribution in the preparation of the report, and then he will get back to us with respect to an issue which is in the audit report, but he himself did not like the fact that that was raised in the audit report, which is the issue of staff receiving both transport and fuel allowances.
Why won't he not like it to be raised in the audit report? Why would the auditor not like to have that issue raised? Tell us.
Yes, and in his own words,
No. Why will the auditor not like that?
because he himself is a beneficiary of that.
Okay.
Yes, he receives fuel, and then he also receives transport allowance. And then,
Where's the evidence?
now, let me go to where we stopped when we were going through the audit report. And if I should provide you with the soft copy, you see I highlighted that particular portion red, because he said that was incorporated in the audit report by his assistant.
Do you think what he said was a justification for you to hold on to your reply? The idea that he himself is adversely mentioned, and so he wouldn't like for his name to appear, and then you decided to also not proceed.
At that point in time, I thought it was the right thing, but
No,
now,
no,
it is not correct.
No. So Jonga, you see, I hold you a very high thing. So you cannot do that. You are very smart. You are highly educated. You cannot do this to yourself. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but if you
Not just hear me out. Hear me out. What you cannot do to yourself, which I don't want you to do to yourself, is to appear to be dishonest.
no,
You've been helpful. No, we are professionals. Are we not?
yes.
So you cannot tell me that it's not proper, and you now start to look for justification. That is not how professionals are expected to behave. When it's wrong, it's wrong. When we fail, we fail. Do you understand how it works?
Yes.
When we succeed, no one claps. That's why your job, no one can do it. Let me not say no one, but not everyone can do it. But when you fail, we talk about it, and we own up to our mistakes, and we move on. That's what differentiates the non-professional with the professional. Don't do that.
No,
You deal with everything.
I agree
Yes.
that it was a wrong thing to do, and because he requested this, and then I just at this point I want to say, if you really want to see the minutes of the discussions, I'll kindly ask the commission to request.
Let me respectfully just cut you short. Madam Chair, I have been informed that it is time. May I be guided? It's just a matter of time. The airwaves will be.
Okay.
When you come back, you can.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, we may rise.